I'm telling you, man, we need to get some better security. You know, I was trying to come back to the Wizard's Tower the other day and I'm walking across the bridge and our security troll comes out. He asked me the same riddle 3 times now. I've already given him the answer. And then I give him the answer and he forgot it. He didn't even know what the answer was to the riddle. He just let me pass.
Oh, that's pretty good, I guess. You can go through.
Yeah. He's like, oh, well, what's the color of a shadow? Oh, I don't know. Black? Oh,
Yeah.
I guess so. He just let me through. We need to get some, I don't know, some better enchantments, or we need to fire that troll and get something else.
No good.
Yeah. Anyway, welcome back to the Wizard's Tower.
The Wizard's Tower!
Okay, riddle me this. If you had a time spell, what would you do? If you could go back in time, if you could cast a spell, go back in time to any point in history,
What would I do?
what would you do?
The classic is going back and killing Hitler.
Yeah, I guess if you want to be basic, I suppose you could.
I don't know. I feel like, did he do that much? I'm joking. Just like instantly fucked. Just so anti-something. I would, what would I do? I'd probably go back and talk to myself. Hey bro, toughen up.
Really? That's what you would do? You tell yourself to toughen up?
I don't know what I'd do, honestly. It'd be hard. What would you do?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm asking you the question here. I don't know. You're asking me questions
I'd
now?
go back in time and
Maybe you should sit outside the bridge. You should be the riddle asker.
I'd go back in time and get you to ask me a better question.
Oh, that's actually a really good use of the time spell. I'm so
Get
glad.
one use.
Yeah.
Get you a better bloody question in your head. Fuck, what would I do? Go back in time. I don't know. I'd probably go back in time when I told that joke and no one laughed and be like, don't tell it.
That one?
Yeah, yeah, just that one just then.
Yeah. I'd probably go back in time and bet on something that
that's a
I
good
know is
one.
going to
Yeah.
win really well.
Back to the Future type stuff.
Yeah, like that one horse that, pays like $22 to win or something.
Yeah, but
I bet like $100 on it.
Yeah. Yeah, $100. Yeah, I guess. But like also going back to your previous self,
Okay.
you're not going to have that much money. You know what I mean? Like when are you going back? Like a couple days ago?
I don't know. I've never had that much money,
Yeah.
so I don't know.
Exactly.
I need money to bet with.
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah, exactly.
Shit. I need
Didn't
money.
think
I
of
need to
that.
spend money to make money.
Maybe I'd go back with like $1 million. I don't know where I'm going to get this $1 million from, but I'd go back and then give it to my previous self.
Interesting.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't
Probably
know.
not.
Yeah. Dumb question.
Dumb question.
Who asked that in the first place? I don't know.
If you had a poop spell.
Let's not get into poop, okay? Every clip that we've made of this podcast so far is just
shit and cum.
and then he comes himself. Oh, and then what if he poops his pants?
Not our intention for this podcast at all, but it just turned into
I'm
that.
starting to understand why everyone's like they're just two white dudes just need to stop making a podcast because they all
talk about the same shit.
Yeah, but we're wizards though, so it's different.
Literally talk about the same
We're talking
shit.
about poop spells, not pooping.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And
Yeah.
cum
We talk about
spells.
magical cum, not just normal cum.
Yeah. Yeah.
God cum. You gave Frank some drugs this morning to chill him out. That wasn't the reason.
I didn't
but-
give him drugs to chill him out for the podcast, but I'm trying to clip his nails today because they've gotten really long again. And so I've given him these drugs. This is the first time he chewed one of the capsules and then the contents of the capsule came out and then he was like,
Yeah.
and I was like, dude, that's why you just got to swallow the pills. But yeah, so hopefully he's docile enough for me to cut his nails.
Yeah. Takes about an hour, doesn't it, kick in?
Yeah, but like last time I took him to get his nails cut, it took like 3-4 hours.
Oh, really?
So I don't know. And he always just finds this like hidden fight in him. Whenever,
Yeah.
even if he's drugged up to all
He's
hell.
falling asleep. Like, no,
Yeah.
no.
He sees those clippers and he's like, no, don't do it. No. Yeah, we'll
It's
see how we
crazy.
go.
I wonder what that is. Like, what trauma did he have as a pup?
It's just like a pug thing.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Yeah. Pugs in general just
They
don't
need
like
him
their
to.
nails.
Pugs are known for climbing trees. They do need.
For climbing trees. Yeah.
Imagine seeing a pug climb a tree.
Dude, that would be the day.
So they need the nails, bro. They need the nails to grip on.
Yeah, when pugs climb trees. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like something with their breed. So I just gotta drug him up. The vet literally said after I drugged him up and they tried to clip his nails, they were like, we're just gonna have to put him under.
Jesus.
And it's gonna cost like a couple $100 because
to cut his nails.
Yeah, he just can't stay still. He's just so traumatized from
Have
nothing.
you looked at like alternative
medicine?
Yeah, have you looked at like hypnos?
Yeah.
Hypnotherapy?
Give him some mushrooms and he'll dose all out. I don't know. Yeah, they say you can give him cough syrup.
Oh, yeah.
And cough syrup has like a drowsiness effect, and cough syrup isn't dog approved, but a lot of vets do still recommend it. Yeah, they're like it's there's no dog cough syrup, but it works the exact same on dogs as humans. So you can just keep giving him cough syrup until he falls asleep.
Yeah.
I don't know what the line is there. When you give how much cough syrup do I have to give my dog before it dies?
You gotta put some Sprite with it though, I think.
Some lean.
Some lean.
Yeah, some Jolly Ranchers in it.
Yeah.
Tales of Yonder.
I wanted to tell a story from my childhood. It's a couple of stories, but I feel like we'll link
Save
into
it for your therapist.
Yeah,
I don't know about this.
I feel like we'll link into some stuff like, because every person goes through this, like childhood crushing moments where you're like, oh, I'm no longer a child anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, like I was playing with my Ninja Turtles one day and then just was like, I don't want to play with these anymore.
Oh my God, like
You know
Toy
what I
Story
mean?
2?
Yeah.
I don't want to play with you anymore. And then slow-mo as you drop your Ninja Turtle under the
into the
bed.
cards or whatever. You know?
Yeah.
There was one time in grade 6, which I thought was pretty funny. I just remembered it the other day when all my mates like were mature. Like one of my mates was really tall, and he like, I think if you're taller, you mature quicker or whatever. He like underarm hair in year 5 and stuff, and like,
Damn.
you know what I mean? Like a lot of people like were just maturer than I was. Probably didn't develop until like maybe year 7, year 8. You know, which is like normal, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm telling you.
Anyway.
But anyway, he was like,
my first, the first time I got hair on somewhere it
well,
wasn't
that's
growing
where we're going
was-
with this.
Okay.
So they're like, because I've obviously got red hair, and like I was the only, there's like maybe 2 kids in my whole year level that had red hair.
Yeah.
They're like, do you have red pubes? And I was like, year 5.
Yeah.
and hadn't had any hair.
Okay.
I was bald.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And
yeah.
and I go to the bathroom. I'm like, I don't even know. Like I was like, oh, I'll check. That's what I said to them. And they were like, what? I had no idea what pubes were. I was like, what are they even talking about? And I was like standing around like my leg hair. Like, what are they talking about? No idea.
Yeah.
And then I come back and I'm like, nah. And they're like, really? Like, what color are they? I'm like, oh, like there's a follow up.
Oh no.
It's full panic. And then I was just like, I don't think I have any. And they're like, oh, what? No way.
Oh, what a loser.
What a loser. Prepubescent fuckwit.
I got little bugs that live in mine.
But yeah. So that was kind of funny. That was like a childhood moment where I was like, oh, something's going to change. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was one story. And then finding out Santa wasn't real was pretty big.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That was, I was a really late bloomer on figuring out that Santa wasn't real.
True.
There were lots of kids at my school that in like year 1 or 2 that were like, oh yeah,
That early?
Santa's not real. Like I found my parents like putting things under the tree.
That
and
early?
I went to my mum and I was like, Mum, this kid said that Santa's not real. She was like, they just don't believe in magic. Santa only visits people that believe in magic. And hey, we're getting Santa on the pod next week, and we can ask him the question. So
well, now that we are in the magical guild,
yeah, he
I'll
was
just
my
ask him.
professor at Wizard College, at the College of Wizard Hold. Yeah, but
Hey Santa, are you real?
yeah, it was as early as like year 1, year 2, and I didn't believe it.
Yeah.
And then it took me I desperately wanted to believe in magic. And
No, you do.
I still do. But back then I was like, I was desperate until one year, it was like I was like about 12 when I found this out.
It's about normal.
And my mum was trying to keep the magic alive for so long, but my parents were separated for years and years at this point. And I was staying at my dad's house and I'd lost a tooth. And I was like, I'm going to put this tooth under this blow up mattress.
Yeah.
And because we didn't have actual beds at my dad's
you
house.
Could be fucking in a bed.
And I was like, all right, I'll put this tooth under. Hopefully the tooth fairy comes, because the tooth fairy always comes and gives me the goods.
Absolutely.
Anyway, I go to sleep. I wake up the next morning. I check under my pillow. I'm going to be rich, man.
Let's
I'm going to
go.
have tuck shop all this week. Dude, I'm going to get paddle pops out the wazoo. And
Pops on me this week, boys.
yeah, and I check
lost
under
a
my
tooth.
pillow and there's still my tooth under there. And I was like saying to my dad, I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, the tooth fairy didn't come.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, really? Oh, weird. And I literally see him go and get a bunch like coins, come up right behind me and try and be sneaky about it and just put the money next to my bed. And he's like, oh, the tooth fairy came. And I was like,
What?
I just saw you do that.
It's just his credit card.
Yeah, I was like, that isn't stealthy or magical at all. I just saw you do that. And then he goes, well, mate, the tooth fairy's not real. And I was like, what? And then instantly, you know, like a Steven Spielberg movie with the telescopic lens that
Oh yeah, the dolly pull.
the dolly zoom.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God. Wait, what does that mean? Does that so what were you telling me that Santa's not real? And he's like, no. And I was like breaking down in tears, and I'm like, but what about the Easter Bunny?
Easter Bunny though.
Yeah. And he's like, no, they're not real. Has your mum not told you this yet? And I was like, what? Wait a second. And that whole day, I still remember it just ingrained in my brain, crying at the kitchen bench.
Nothing's real.
World shattered.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
Anymore?
I refused to believe it for a long time.
That's a tough way, yeah.
And I felt stupid because I was like fucking 12 at this point. And I was like, oh,
what's a normal age?
What the? Yeah, I don't know.
12? I guess 12 is kind of late.
When did you find out?
I think I was in like grade 4. So what's that?
Oh my God, 9 years old.
9, yeah, 9 or 10. Because what happened was these year 6s were walking around and like asking everyone, like, do you know that Santa's not real? Yeah. And I was like, yeah, of course. And then like obviously world just got shattered, but I'm at school playing handball, like in the king spot, trying not to break down.
Cool. Yeah.
You're in the king spot. Why are you upset? I don't know. I was fucking crushed, but I had to pretend I was like, yeah. Whose serve is it? Yeah. just dying inside.
Your whole life
Holy
flashing before
fuck.
your eyes, like
Yeah, it was fucked. So
Oh
that was
my
pretty
God.
rough. And then I realized like, oh, if Santa's not real, then nothing's real.
yeah. Well,
Is the president real?
my family really tried to keep it alive for a long time.
Yeah.
And they were good at it too.
At some point, it's not for you anymore. It's for them.
That's true.
It crosses over into like they're trying to keep the childhood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you're like 12 and
I
need
feel
to
like
know.
it had serious serious effects on my like development. You know, I kept like a childlike sense of wonder for too long, I think. Maybe not too long. Maybe it was a good thing, but like, I don't know. I remember being at like my cousin's house, like, because we're from Brisbane and going to Melbourne, and somehow Santa dropped all the presents
off,
over there. And I remember waking up at like 1 a.m. and hearing like a boot walking past, and I was like, oh my God, like that's Santa. Like,
Your
holy
mum
shit.
would be all over that sort of stuff. too.
And I was like, oh my God, I heard Santa last night. And they're like, really? What? No way. All of this sort of stuff. And my mum would always, before Easter, would like go out the night. Well, I imagine it was the Easter Bunny, but you know, it must have been her. She would like wake up, you know, like we'd go to bed and then she'd get up and she would like get talcum powder and like cardboard cutouts of like little circles and like make Easter Bunny footprints, and then like make like a little Easter egg hunt for us and stuff. And like, oh yeah, the Easter Bunny's like hidden chocolate around the house. I don't know, man. That was sick. I kind of wish. I don't know. I kind of wish it was still real.
It is funny,
so much
like
fun.
keeping up the facade as now as an uncle with like nephews and stuff. Like we never say like, oh, what'd your parents get? Like if we're at Christmas with the family around, it's always, oh, did Santa come? Like we're talking to like adults about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I got some socks and jocks. Oh, that's Santa's, you know, like because there's kids walking around, like,
Yeah.
But you got to keep it up. But
It definitely is for the parents as much as it is
Oh,
for
yeah,
the
100%,
kids for sure.
yeah.
But that is like the moment your childhood dies a little bit, I think, when you find that out. It's when you start to grow up a bit.
Yeah, I think so. I think there's like a couple of moments in your childhood and that's definitely up there for one of them.
I still remember it like vividly. I can still remember the feeling I had when I found out and how sad I was,
absolutely.
like devastated, like world shattering moment.
I remember who it was too. It was one of my brother's mates as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Hugh.
still remember that face, that
Yeah.
smug face when he told me.
Huey.
Yeah.
I'll just call him out now. You fucking destroyed my childhood, bro.
There are moments, you know, there's moments where you grow up. There's the moment you find out Santa's not real, the moment your parents separate and you realize that love is a facade and it's not real.
No, that doesn't happen to me. Parents are still happily married. Did you have any like you might just say no to this, but did you have any anxiety habits when you were a kid?
No.
Fair enough.
No,
Respect.
I never got anxious. I actually don't believe anxiety is real.
Yeah, that's
yeah. I
probably
think
cut
it's
that.
I think it's like a curse. I think it's
It is a curse.
a curse that someone's bestowed upon. Like,
Yeah.
who have you wronged? I've never
It's
I've never
myself.
wronged anyone in my life.
I've
so I've
cursed
never
myself.
been cursed.
That's what it is.
I
A
look.
spell backfired of confidence, and then one day you're like, oh fuck, I'm actually anxious. As
Oh my
fuck.
god! Wait, hang on a second.
Yeah.
This is not right.
Yeah, you meant to do like a spell of confidence, but then your wand was broken and it backfired.
Yeah. No, I definitely get nervous.
Mm.
Like when I go to a new spot, like I don't know many people at like a party or something, and I definitely get a little bit nervous, but I don't get anxiety. And I don't really get anxiety about anything in general, really.
Like when we went to the Deadpool premiere, I was so anxious that whole time.
See, I felt nothing. It's almost to the point of like the opposite where I don't feel anything. Maybe a little bit of anxiety would be good, but I just,
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't get that.
You
I don't
probably
get
know.
that
I
at
just
all.
get so like, what's the word?
Anxious.
Anxious, but like quiet. I just get like quiet and like you don't even know that I'm there. It takes me so long to like warm up to anyone.
Yeah.
Even like it's like the third or fourth meeting. Even when like friends come over here that I know, I'm like quiet for like an hour, and then like, oh wait, let's talk, let's have fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So weird. Social anxiety, I guess. But I used to have anxious like habits. I've like kicked them now, but I used to like bite my lips till they like bled. Yeah,
I'll just bite my lip
fucked.
just then.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
I'd bite them and they'd bleed, and then like for like a month, they'd be sore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really fucking. I don't know if anyone else did that. And I used to bite like the skin off my tips of my fingers.
Interesting.
Yeah, I've kicked them now. But the reason why I brought it up is because I cut my finger.
Yeah.
But like I think I was talking about last week, I cut my finger at work, and then it sort of like peeled off, and I just had like a layer of skin. You know what I mean? Kind
Okay.
of gross. But I was remembering that I used to just bite my fingers until they had. It was really fucking.
That is
yeah.
an interesting.
Isn't that fucked?
I
I don't do
mean-
it anymore, but like,
I kind of like, I used to bite my nails, but that wasn't an anxious trait. That was just like being bored.
yeah.
I used to do that when I was really young. And I remember one day, I again distinctly remember the moment. My dad was like, "Why do you bite your nails?" And I was like, "I can stop anytime I want." And he's like, "Then do it." And I was like, "Okay." And I just never bit my nails ever again.
I bite them all the time, but I feel like that's not anxiety. That's like, I can't be fucked clipping them.
I mean, that was a part of it too, but I was like 7 or 8. And
Yeah.
I was just like, all right. And
But
then
I know
just
people that
stopped.
bite their nails to the point where they've got like no, and that's fucked. I only bite them when they're like overhanging my
Yeah,
finger,
when you
know
get
what
like
I mean?
little nubs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know, Yeah, I know a few people like
Yeah.
that. They got nub fingers.
Yeah.
Are there any that you've gotten rid of?
I've gotten rid of those two. I
Yeah.
don't think I've got any new ones. I just go really non-verbal.
Yeah, that you think.
yeah. I just go non-verbal when I'm anxious.
Yeah.
I just like listen, and then it takes me like a good hour to be like, oh, this is all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also hate when you don't introduce me to people. That's the thing I just was bringing up.
Okay. All right. Well, I didn't realize this was personally attack Jackson.
Well,
segment.
I just that really that really annoyed. That flares
you
my
also,
anxiety.
Yeah,
up.
I also hate the fact that you.
That flares my
You just
anxiety
like
up.
clear your throat at random times during the day. It's really loud and annoying.
That flares me up
When I don't
you
introduce you?
me to people.
Yeah, that actually that annoys me too when people don't introduce
Yeah.
me, but I don't think about it. I'm like, because it's like this weird social dynamic of some people who just introduce themselves, and I don't know, it's never really crossed my mind. I try, like sometimes I'll be like, oh yeah, and then you're like waiting for the moment to introduce someone, and they just keep talking, and then you're like, oh whatever. I don't know. That is my bad though.
You just got to get in there real quick with it.
Yeah.
I'm literally standing next to you like, oh, hey, how you going? Oh, this is my roommate Mitch, by the way. You know,
Sometimes maybe you just got to be like, hey, I'm Mitch.
yeah,
By the way,
that feels rude to me. I don't know why.
introducing yourself feels
Yeah.
rude.
Yeah, if you know the person, I feel bad for you. I'll be like expecting you to and then I feel bad if you did, and then it's like a bit. You know what I mean? I was going to introduce you.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just overthinking. Guess what? You know
Yeah.
what that is? Anxiety.
Yeah. It's funny. I don't overthink anything.
Yeah. Fuck you.
I see. I've become really good at compartmentalizing a lot of things, and I think that comes from my childhood.
Yeah,
And
okay.
a lot of things just like anytime something fucked happens, I just bottle it up and I put it away and I go, I'll deal with that another time. And it's really good with looking at like deadlines for something or whatever. It's just like taking it one step at a time. I've become really good at just like even going to like a party, like, and I don't know anyone. I compartmentalize everything, just being like, well, I got to get to the party first. There's no point stressing about it yet. And then I like get to the party and I'm like, well, I got to find out which floor it's on. So I'll just like deal with that when I get there
all fucking day.
And then I get up the floor and then I get to the party and then I'm like, well, I got to get a drink first. So I'm not going to worry about finding someone first. And then I get a drink. And then if I haven't found anyone by that point,
damn,
then
that's
I
really
start
good.
to think about
I need
it.
to start using that because I have to drive somewhere or have to drive and pick someone up who I don't know where it is. I've looked at maps first thing in the morning, planned my route, maybe looked at it again to see how far long it's going to take. I probably looked at maps maybe 6-7 times before I have to go anywhere.
True.
Just constantly like the day we're going to go to this Deadpool premiere, you were like, I was like, oh, what time is it? You're like, oh, I don't know. And it's like 4 o'clock and it might be at like 6. I'm like, bro, you need to fucking tell me when it is so I can plan the next 2 hours or so I can sit and look at YouTube for an hour and a half and then we can go.
I don't know. Maybe it comes from when I was a tradesman, but like if you think too far ahead, sometimes it's easy to get overwhelmed. So you know, like when you're like wiring up a house, it's like I'm not going to think about fitting off all of these like circuits before I run them, or like, you know, I got to get this cable to like this point. Like obviously I'll like plan out a path, but like if there's a really hard part first, I just focus on that. There's no point. You're wasting time thinking about stuff in the future when you got a job to do right in front of you, sort of thing.
I feel like editing has helped me with that as well because I've taken it step by step. It's like, oh, I've got a 12-hour stream, I got to cut that down, then I got to do it. Like it relaxing. I never get overwhelmed with editing.
Yeah.
But just in general life stuff, I'm like, how do you not freak out that you don't know where you're driving to and then you don't know where you're going to park? You know what I mean? Like I'm just like constantly thinking of that.
Life goes on. The world keeps spinning. The sun will come up the next morning.
Driving is a big source of my anxiety though. So
if I can't figure out where to go or where to park, I'll deal with it in that moment. It's like an illusion of stress, you know, like, you've got to be there at 6 or I could just not show up or I could get there at 6:15. Is the world going to end if I don't find a park in the 10 minutes like before the event?
Frank just farted and it fucking stinks. Oh my God. Sleep toot.
Casted a spell of shitting himself.
Yeah, it always comes back to shit on this pod.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
It's just crazy to me that you just don't have that.
I just don't.
I just wish I could just not think about that. I'm always constantly, my brain is constantly just like even today, I was like, fuck, Jackson's in the shower. Okay, if I cook breakfast first, then he'll get out of the shower and then I'll be in the shower. Yeah. And then hopefully we can get the pod started by 10 because if we don't get it started by 10, and I'm like, why does it fucking matter?
Yeah, I don't know. You're putting all this unnecessary pressure on yourself.
I don't know why.
See, I just got out of bed and I was like, I'm going to have a shower.
And then you were talking to me and I'm like standing there, I'm like, yeah, that's really cool. And then the whole time I'm thinking, I got to fucking have a shower so we can get this pod. You know what I mean? But I'm like, why does it fucking matter? Oh my God. And then I'm not in the moment, not like laughing and having bits with you.
Yeah.
And like having a bit of warm up before the, I don't know. It's so fucked.
This became very deep for a second.
I'm freaking out now. Yeah. Now I'm freaking out. No, I don't know.
Now you got me freaking out. Yeah. Now I'm thinking, am I freaking out too much? Hang on a second. Wait,
embarrass myself on this pod. I don't know. It's so strange. I hope this helps. I hope other people listen to this and be like, there's ways to do it. Because I feel like a little bit of anxiety is good. 100%.
I think, like you can definitely, thinking forward is good.
There's pros and cons to both of what we're doing right now.
Thinking too far
is dumb.
I just take it a step at a time.
Yeah.
I think of it like a list. Just gotta chill out, bro.
Yeah. Just gotta chill out.
Take a potion of calm down.
Fucking relax.
Yeah.
Creatures criticism.
We've done this before in the past. Creatures criticisms. Let's run it back. Let's do another one.
Okay, so creatures criticisms. Do you want to explain it?
No, go ahead.
Okay, I'll explain it. Basically, we'll have like a topic, like a movie or a video game franchise, and then we'll pull a review from like each game or each movie or whatever, and then the other person has to put the review with the corresponding game or movie.
Last week we did Star Wars. You quizzed me. This week I'm doing Harry Potter.
Okay.
Because
that makes a lot more sense.
Makes a lot more sense. We were talking about last time.
That makes so much more sense.
So I've pulled a review from each movie. Mm-hmm. So one from each movie.
Are we also counting the Fantastic Mr. Foxes, Mr. Beasts, Fantastic Beasts?
No, because I didn't get them.
Okay, good, because I haven't watched them.
Okay. Why not? What the fuck? They're pretty
They're
okay.
shit.
Yeah, they're pretty shit. This one comes in, first review. This one comes in from Sanhaya Ashhook. I definitely butchered that name.
Okay,
But
yeah.
let's just pretend I didn't. And that's
Okay.
exactly how she wanted to be said.
Ah, good name. Strong name.
They show Harry taking a bath, and then they show Moaning Myrtle going into the bath with Harry. Can you believe that? They are showing this scene in a kid's movie? I'm disappointed that they're showing this to children.
What do their fucking eyes come out of their head when they watch that?
Huh?
Well,
What movie is that from? This is a layup, by the way.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Yeah, I was like, I kind of knew it from the first sentence. I'm quite the Harry Potter connoisseur. I've read all the books. I've seen all the movies more than once.
So what is it?
It's obviously Philosopher's Stone. No, it's Goblet. It's Goblet of Fire.
Goblet of Fire.
Yeah.
Well done. That was a layup. I started off with an easy one to get you sort of in the mood.
Yeah.
This
Voldemort's all
next
like,
one.
I can touch you.
Yeah. That's what Moaning Myrtle said.
Yeah. I can touch you, Harry.
Don't.
Isn't that a fucked thing? That's like her thing in the books. She
Yeah.
did the same thing to Edward
Cedric,
Cullen.
didn't he?
Yeah,
Cedric. Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, Moaning Myrtle's a bit of a fucking freak. It's like, oh yeah, Cedric was in here before.
And so she died when she was a kid.
But she's like 70 years old or something.
Yeah.
She died so long ago.
So, yeah. And she's a YouTuber.
And she also runs a really successful Minecraft Let's Play channel.
Welcome back to the chamber, the toilet.
Welcome back, Monas.
This next one comes in from Andrea Istrats. Let's pretend I'm not butchering all these
I don't
names.
I don't know why you got to read these usernames out.
I
These
want
usernames
them on
suck.
blast, bro, because some of these reviews are fucked, and I want everyone to know.
Okay.
It was bad. Gave me a lot of twisted feelings. Doesn't
Okay.
feel like magical and warm-hearted like the first one. Really weird. I found it I'm going to read this word for word, so don't think I'm dyslexic. This is exactly what you wrote. Really weird. I found it in terms acting, in brackets, at times, and storyline.
What the
That's exactly word for word what she wrote.
Okay. So she found it really weird. The first one was magical. She didn't like this one, was a bit dark. I know that there was a tonal shift in the third movie
That's an interesting take.
when it was Prisoner of Azkaban, when they switched director and it became a lot more dark and adult, kind of a turning point in the series. But she did mention the first one, tonal shift to the second one. So it'd be weird being like, comparing to the first one when you're talking about the third one, you would compare it to the second one when talking about the third one. You'd be like, oh, the second movie was fine, but now this one's weird.
I'm loving your deduction skills
So
right now.
I'm starting to think that it might be Chamber of Secrets. And I think there was a tonal shift because Filcher's cat got, absolutely basically murdered.
There wasn't much murder in the first one.
Yeah, there was blood in it because Harry got stabbed by the basilisk
True.
and all that. So I'm thinking the second one a little bit.
You reckon the second one? Locking that in?
Murdered my cat. I'll kill ya. I'll kill ya. and then Dumbledore's like, oh, just settle down. We're gonna continue to have him work here, even though he threatened a 9-year-old kid. I reckon it's the second one.
Correct. It is the second one. Well done.
I might be the greatest.
Oh my God, that was really
deductee
good.
since Sherlock Holmes.
I thought you were going to say the third one.
Yeah.
But that last sentence, really weird. I found it in terms acting at times and storyline. I feel like that gave it away for you.
For sure. Yeah. No, I totally understood what they
That
were
very
talking about.
coherent sentence. This one comes in from Miles W.
Okay.
Oh my God, this movie is so boring. It's just all grey and they do literally nothing. All my friends agree. One of them thought it was so boring that he went outside and when he came back, still nothing happened.
Okay. I think this one might be Half-Blood Prince. And I was going to say Order of the Phoenix because I was like, oh yeah, that's fucking nothing happens in Order of the Phoenix, really. I think it's Half-Blood Prince because it was incredibly grey.
It's probably the greyest.
It is the
Definitely
greyest,
Hallows is pretty
think.
grey as well.
A lot happens in Prisoner of Azkaban, so I would say that's the second greyest movie.
Do you reckon it's grey because of Twilight, the first Twilight? Do you reckon that had influence on it?
Well, I think they changed directors and it was kind of like,
because it is grey.
it's very like, it's like a bleak kind of movie as well. I mean, fucking
They're all of
Dumbledore.
them.
Dumbledore gets murdered in that one.
Yeah, poor guy.
So does nothing happen? Dumbledore gets fucking
Yeah.
murdered in the sixth. Well, I'm thinking I'm gonna lock in.
I mean, nothing happens until then, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't want to.
I'm gonna lock in Half-Blood Prince.
You are correct with the Half-Blood
Oh
Prince.
my goodness.
He did also continue to say, anyways, this movie is trash in all capitals.
Wow, that was Half-Blood Prince is a lot of people's favorite, but
I think it's the funniest.
the funniest because he gets liquid luck.
Because he gets
and all
liquid
that
luck.
stuff.
That
Yeah.
whole scene when he's like doing the pincers stuff and Slughorn.
Slughorn rips
Hilarious.
off
At the
one
dinner
of the
table.
pincers by accident. Of
Yeah.
the spider.
He's giving a speech.
Ooh, he's trying to put it back.
He's like, and he can't remember the name. Oh, it's fucking good ass. This next one comes in from William Tremaine Woodcock.
Solid
I don't know
name.
if that's
Solid
a great name. If that's his porn star name.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Woodcock sounds like a Quidditch team player.
Oliver Woodcock. This movie is horrible because it went on the wrong focus. It was political. Even Harry discussing his kiss with Cho Chang, they broke out into laughter, which was bad. And the Dursleys still hated Harry after Dudley was demented. This cut out so many parts. This one's a bit of a layup as well, but I just thought it was fun. I just thought it was
Phoenix.
Yeah, I just thought it's really funny that he said Harry after Dudley was demented. Like
It's true. He does get demented. And
he does get. I love that's a good as like. Oh fuck! I just got demented the other day.
They really should have turned Order of the Phoenix into 2 books. I mean, fucking hell, the book
It's
is
massive.
The biggest one of the series
Yeah.
is twice as big as Half-Blood Prince.
Yeah, it's huge.
And they just somehow mashed it into 2 hours. And I'm gonna be real. I think Order of the Phoenix is my least favorite, other
Really?
than the final sequence at the very end with Dumbledore and Voldemort going hand to hand. That's number 5.
I love Harry like got that little bit of Voldemort. I reckon that's like one of Daniel Radcliffe's like almost one of his best performances out of all the Harry
But
Potters.
leading up to that point, I think it's shit. I don't know. I think up till when they actually get into the ministry, but all before that, I think it's pretty shit. Up until the ministry bit, and then shit gets fucking real. You know, when I watch Harry Potter back, I watched it back recently. There's like no magic.
Oh, yeah,
like
it's
the
fuck
whole,
all.
all of the movies, it's just
Yeah.
talking and bullshit and little bits of that. The best parts of the movies are when they're doing duels, and there's only duels at the end of like 3 of the movies.
Yeah, there's not a lot of magic in it, which is interesting.
Yeah.
As wizards, we notice.
Even that's right.
Yeah, I notice when not magic, no one's magic happening.
Even Order of the Phoenix, best part of that whole movie is Dumbledore and Voldemort. That whole fight's like 2 minutes.
Yeah, and in the book, it's fucking they're bringing statues alive.
Yeah,
and shit.
can you imagine if that was like a 10-minute fight
Hopefully,
sequence?
mate, that's a little as wizards. Hopefully, we can like do a bit of influence on the TV show that's coming out. More magic.
Yeah, just more duels. I don't know. And less duels that are just 2 trails of fucking wax
Red and
hitting
green,
each other.
yeah.
Like, I don't know, more like creative stuff
Yeah.
like Dumbledore and Voldemort were doing. Where Dumbledore goes,
Yeah, that's cool.
that bit,
Yeah, that's
and then
really
it's just,
good.
I don't know.
And then Harry walks when he pushes him back. I could do the whole fight in my head.
yeah,
It's fucking
yeah.
unreal.
But then it's also like, why would you do that when you can? There's a killing spell.
Yeah, then that's a big. I've watched people talk about Harry Potter. That's a big thing in like everyone can do it, but in the books, it's like it's fucking. It takes a lot of effort. You know what I mean? You have to have like
You
hate
have to
in
really
your heart,
want to
you know
kill
what I mean?
someone. Yeah.
I feel like the movie is such a good jumping pad, and I reckon the TV show could really be really really fucking good if they explore those themes more.
I really hope so, but
But it comes down to the trio. The trio has to be fucking as good as the trio we got in the movies. 'Cause
And if they do a TV show, they're gonna have to back it for 7 years.
yeah,
And
Yeah.
make sure, the actors look the ages they are, which was a
Yeah.
big struggle with the actual movies.
really, you reckon?
Well, I mean, like they were back to back making those movies
Yeah.
for fucking ages. And then there was like 1 year where they like missed a movie, I think, and it like came out the year after. And like it'd be so much stress on the writers and the crew trying to keep these movies being made.
It's a testament because they're all like pretty like. I don't think there's any movie that goes under a 7
Yeah,
out of 10.
they're pretty good.
Maybe the first one.
Next.
Next one. This one comes in from Emily Thompson.
Mm-hmm.
This is the worst movie I have ever seen. The acting of the children was not good. The fact that they have gained so much fame from this movie is astonishing. The themes of magic and witchcraft are disappointing. I cannot believe we as a society are so accepting of this anti-Christian propaganda.
Oh, what?
0 out of 10. Do not watch, and especially do not show this to your children.
Anti-Christian propaganda.
This movie is disturbing.
Dude, we need to get JC on the pod
Yeah.
and see what he has to say about this.
Anti-Christian
I'm sure
propaganda.
if the big JC saw Harry Potter, he'd be like, this is literally where I went to school.
This is sick.
This is actually awesome. Damn. Okay. Well, I reckon it's the first one because the acting in the first one's really bad. But they're kids.
Yeah, they're children.
You can't
And it's
be
not even that
annoyed
bad.
at like a 8-year-old kid.
Never acted before in the biggest movie franchise ever.
Not being a Leonardo DiCaprio.
And he gets better. They all get better.
I don't know. I reckon it's the first one. Am I correct?
Yeah, it's the first one.
I'm
You are
on fire right now.
You are fucking, you haven't missed. 1, 2,
really haven't.
3, 4, 5. You're 5 out of 5. This next one. Dilipa Thanklaka.
Thank Lacquer.
Think Thalaka.
Yeah, I don't care. Let's just get on with it. Get on with it.
Worst film ever. Made, full stop, bad. Acting, full stop, bad. Music. Or, my God, this plot twist. Can a plot twist.
Can I plot twist?
Kan. Do you want me to read it again? Worst film ever made. Full stop.
Okay.
Bad acting. Full stop. Bad music.
Bad
or,
music.
my God, this plot twist. Can a plot twist.
This plot twist. So there's a plot twist in it. We've seen the only movies we have left is Prisoner of Azkaban and part 1 and 2 of Deathly Hallows.
Correct.
No one could say that about Prisoner of Azkaban because it's quite a good movie. And I think it's objectively a pretty good movie. Plot twist. I'm thinking it's when Ron comes back at the end of Deathly Hallows Part 1 because that is a little bit of a plot twist. And also it's the most boring movie ever made and also dumb twist.
I want you to think, yeah, that's not bad. That's not a bad theory.
Okay,
I'm going
so
to
I'm
lead the
wrong.
witness a bit. Yeah, you're wrong. I'm going to lead the witness a bit. There is a huge plot twist in part 2. Just think about part 2. It's probably the biggest plot twist in the whole fucking franchise.
God. When he snaps the wand, is that the plot
No,
twist?
shit, no.
When Voldemort
The
crumbles
biggest
into
plot
ash?
twist, it's literally the biggest plot twist in the whole series, whole fucking books.
Dumbledore's in heaven?
I can't believe,
Voldemort's a baby?
no. Am I going to have to tell you?
The plot twist in
Come
part
on.
2.
The biggest plot twist, arguably, probably like the trio, and then the next big character who is in every single movie. You hate him, you love him, you can't.
Oh, Snape? Always.
Always, yeah.
Yeah. Lily? Always.
I thought that plot twist would give it away.
I mean, is that a... Yeah, I guess that is a plot twist.
Is that a plot twist?
I suppose
He kills Dumbledore, and then you find out it was all like
True.
a plan.
Well, I'm going to lock in part 2. Am I correct?
Yeah, well done. Yeah.
Wow.
Right,
Damn,
right.
my deduction skills are pretty good.
That's pretty good. I'm very impressed.
Damn. Well, yeah, I guess I've seen it so many times. It's like I watch the movies now and I know that's the plot twist.
Yeah, you know the whole way
So,
through. It's not plot
I
twist
guess the
anymore.
first time I watched it, maybe that did shock me.
Like, you know who Kaiser Soze is at the end of.
Usual Suspects.
Usual Suspects.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
This next one comes in from Glenn Powell's brother, Ethan Powell. I don't know if that's true. I don't know. I've never seen it or read the books. These chips are really good, though. What movie is that from? He gave it 1 star. I'll read it again. I might give you a hint. I don't know. I've never seen it or read the books. These chips are really good, though. Like saying a word to help you out.
Okay,
These
interesting.
chips.
These chips. Oh, yes, of course. Well, I reckon it's
know.
part 2 because
You've already said
you'd
part 2.
leave oh, shit. There's part 1 and Prisoner of Azkaban left.
Correct.
Okay. I've never seen these movies. I feel like if you rated it 1 star, it's got to be part 1 of Deathly Hallows.
Is that what you're locking in?
Oh, fuck off. It's probably wrong. Yeah, I'm going to lock that in.
Correct.
Oh, yes, I was right.
My God, he's 7 from 7. 7 from 7? How many movies are there? 8.
Yeah, even though you led me.
Yeah. I wanted you to get
very
all of
hard.
them right.
Okay.
Because I knew that part 2 one, I knew if you thought hard enough, you would have got it.
Yeah.
You were like stuck on Ron coming back, which isn't even that big of a plot. He's always going to come back.
I hated Ron in Deathly Hallows Part 1.
Ron's got a lot of problems in the Harry Potter series in general.
Yeah.
He's like a comedic relief. You don't really like him at the start because he's like picking on Hermione.
Yeah, and then he just gets really weird in Part 1 for no reason.
He's got the fucking Horcrux around his neck.
Yeah, but like, are you a fucking idiot?
It's
They're
actually-
like, hey, the Horcrux makes you kind of weird. You know, it makes you real angry and
Yeah.
you're not yourself. And then he has the Horcrux on and
Yeah.
he's like, Harry, you're trying to fuck Hermione. And he's like, Ron, you've got the Horcrux on. He's like, That has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Are you a fucking idiot?
Mate, and
it's a cursed object with the most evil wizard in existence, has a part of his soul in it,
Yeah,
and
but
you're
it's
putting
magic,
it on your
bro.
neck, and you're like, oh my, no, that couldn't be it. You
I'm
are a
pissed off.
fucking idiot.
I'm pissed
You know
off you
what,
think
Ron?
that. No.
Leave, never come back.
No, he's addicted to it. It's like a heroin. That's heroin. That's really bad for you. Stop taking it.
I don't want to hear
You're
it.
attacking addicts, bro.
Well, Ron's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, he was an idiot throughout the whole
And in the
series,
books,
but-
he's not an idiot. It's very
Yeah,
frustrating.
he's very brave in the books. He's brave in the second one as well. Like he has like brave moments early.
In the first one with the chess.
yeah,
Yeah.
he has like really good brave moments. Like fuck yeah,
Yeah.
but then it falls. So
Like-
you've got this last one because there's only one movie left. So I'll just give it to you. But I'll read the
Read the review.
Read the review anyway.
Let me see if I can guess it.
Yeah, this one comes from William Hazer. William Hazer.
Yeah.
He prefers Willie.
I'm sure he does.
I'm sure he does.
I'm sure he does.
This is the worst Harry Potter movie ever.
Oh my God.
I think that this changed almost all parts from the book, and I am so glad they switched directors. The only thing that was all right was the cinematography. So if you watch this, don't have high expectations. And also 7 people found this helpful.
Wow. It's an incredibly long movie, and not a lot happens for a lot of the movie. Like most of the Harry Potters, not a lot happens in the body of the movie. A lot happens at the start and a lot happens at the end.
A lot of the Harry Potter movies are like almost mysteries as well.
Yeah, like kind of like a bit of a Scooby-Doo kind of. Oh, we got to go to the fucking library to figure this out. Don't look at me like that.
But
Frank.
I don't know. I think it's definitely the best one out of all of them.
I really enjoy Prisoner of Azkaban gave me a lot of nightmares as a kid. The Dementors
are
were way too
terrifying.
creepy for what is to be considered a kids movie.
It does switch up big time. That hand coming in, pulling the thing
From
back
the
is
train
crazy.
sequence at the start,
Yeah.
introducing them.
Werewolves.
I used to have nightmares. I was riding a broomstick and a Dementor would come out of the clouds and suck me
Damn.
off.
Whoa. Is that a nightmare?
Wait, no, suck my soul?
Soul.
Wait,
Oh, that's kind of good too.
Wait.
That feels sick.
Nightmares or
Yeah.
I don't know.
And also the second half of the movie is just the first half again
Yeah,
when they go back in time.
very true.
Which can be which is kind of cool though. I remember watching and be like, whoa, now that's right, because the thing hit her on the back of the head. Like
Yeah.
she thought she saw. Yeah, it's cool. And you're like, oh, his dad's coming, but it's actually him. Yeah, it's all good. It's all
It's a good one. It's a
Gary
good one.
Oldman.
Gary Oldman in it. I mean, Harry being pretty fucking stupid and naive, being like, my fucking dad saved me. Your dad's dead.
Yeah.
Okay, Harry.
Yeah,
I'm
come on,
sorry to
bro.
break this to you. He fucking died.
Yeah.
You think if your dad was still alive, he would let you live with the Dursleys and just watch you get sucked off by the Dementors like
Yeah,
7
magic,
times
bro.
before
He
the
probably
end.
knew that his dad was dead, but he's like, oh, magically he comes and saves
Well,
him.
he's a fucking idiot. To be fair, didn't even know what a parcel tongue is.
Yeah. Doesn't know
Come on, mate.
anything. The whole
Every-
movie's Harry being like, Harry's basically Neo in the Matrix.
That's
he's like,
so true. And Ron is just so
Deja vu.
insufferably arrogant about it.
yeah.
You're a parcel tongue. What's that? You don't know what a parcel tongue
You
is?
fucking idiot.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is my, second year at
Yeah.
Hogwarts? How the fuck am I supposed to know that?
I didn't even. I find out what the killing curse is in my 4th year. You know what I
didn't
mean?
know that?
You didn't know them. Oh,
Harry, have you ever read a magical book?
what's a Dementor? That's a nasty Dementor. It's a boggart, you fuckwit. Why would I keep a Dementor in a box? Oh my god. Also, I'm a werewolf. A werewolf? A what? Oh my god.
Also, why would you let Harry...
You're a wizard, Harry. I'm a what? Oh, for fuck's sake. This kid. This is the chosen one. He doesn't know anything.
For them to size up Harry at the boggart as well, that's crazy because he would have taken the form of the Dark Lord if he
Yeah,
hadn't have encountered
exactly.
the Dementors, which is
Exactly. He's
Very
more
irresponsible.
terrified of Dementors than fucking Voldemort. Voldemort would be sitting there like, what the fuck? I killed his parents?
yeah.
I nearly killed him, and he's more scared of a fucking Dementor?
I'd be
Like,
pretty offended if I was
I'd be so
Voldemort.
pissed if I was Voldemort.
Are you kidding me?
That'd be the first thing I say to Voldemort. You know, Boggart's Voldemort? And he's like, yeah. Oh, actually, a Dementor showed up and not you.
Yeah.
What?
Well, that, I cut off my nose for nothing.
But I can touch you
But
now.
I look like a snake
So I'd
a
be
little
like,
bit.
yeah. And I'm not even that scared of you.
Even your long toenails don't even really freak me out that much. Yeah.
Yeah, cool nose.
Yeah. Oh, you should. Oh no, Voldemort! Don't put your toe in Cedric's mouth. And make him suck it a little.
Don't
bit.
touch him.
No,
That's what comes out of the Boggart.
don't
Voldemort's-
touch me. My pants.
My scar. That's good.
I
That's
can
funny.
touch you now. Oh, what the hell?
What the hell? Ooh, ooh, ooh. What do you call it? Phoenix tail in your wand. That's filthy.
Childish.
God. We said we weren't going to talk about cum and shit this episode and just divulges into that like every other white
So
cis male
sorry. I'm
podcast.
sorry. That was my bad this time.
I can smell a movie rant.
You know what is crazy? We went to the Deadpool premiere the other day at the Crown Casino. First of all, didn't even know the Crown had a movie theater. I'm shocked. I can go gamble my life savings away and also watch a movie. Now this is magic.
Yeah.
This is the real magic.
These
But
muggles have got something right.
the thing that blew me away is there must have been like 200 people at this premiere.
Yeah.
I recognize maybe 3 people.
Yeah. Auntie Donna was there, which is pretty cool.
One guy from Auntie Donna.
No, Broden was there too. He ran over and said good day to him.
Really?
Yeah, Broden and Mark were there, yeah.
True.
Didn't see
Okay, well, there
Zach.
you go. Beard guy and guy with long
Bald
hair.
guy.
Bald
No,
guy.
No.
Oh, he
my
was
God.
there. I didn't
Yeah.
see him. You
Oh
didn't
my-
point him out to me.
Yeah.
Well, that changes everything.
I wasn't going to point at him.
Look, there he is.
Broden!
Oh my God.
Oh,
Say
no.
the line.
Say the line from that video. Get
Yeah.
out of the kiln.
Oh, man, he's the
Oh, he's
best.
good, isn't he? No, that was cool. Saw them. Mike Gallagher was there. He was at
Yeah.
the Furiosa premiere, which was cool.
He was. We thought we could sit next to
Yeah,
him
we got
because there were
excited.
empty seats next to him. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, Mitch, follow me. We
Yeah.
we squeezed past 7 people in
We're
the
like,
row because
"Oh,
he was sitting
Mark."
right in the middle. We're like, Mark, what's up, mate? And then we're like, oh, why is there a
Oh.
handbag on
Yeah.
the seats
Is that
next
yours,
to you?
Mark? You just save them for us?
What the
No.
hell? And yeah, no, it turns out
Was there a
the
handbag?
seats were taken.
Yeah.
Seats
We should've just
taken. It was like
moved
Forrest
it.
Gump walking through the back of the bus. Everyone's moving their stuff over to the next seat.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. He was sitting next to me.
It would have been cool to sit next to Mark because he's a good dude. Caught up with him at Furiosa that time. I met him there.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
him prior to that.
But Deadpool, the movie itself, do you have some thoughts on it?
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really funny. I was thinking about the other day, like where I have it in like out of the 3 Deadpools. I think I really like Deadpool 1 because like that low budget feel to it. It felt like a movie that shouldn't have been made, and that's
Yeah.
what made it more like fun and exciting.
Yeah.
And Deadpool 2 was really funny because of Cable and had a bit more money, a bit more action sequences. That whole bit with him losing his powers in the prison was really a lot of fun. But this one, I really enjoyed it. I think adding Wolverine was really good. He doesn't like, his whole purpose in the movie was just like, shut the fuck up, Deadpool.
He was the straight man for
Yeah,
sure.
it was
Yeah,
good, and it was
Let's
good
try
dynamic.
and stay clear of spoilers as well. I don't want to spoil anything about Deadpool.
Well, I won't try and spoil it, but it was really good. I
We
won't
should
say it.
we should talk about the podcast that you hate. We're not going to name them, but there was a podcast that
yeah.
came up where you're like, oh, I hate watch these
Yeah,
guys. This guy was like, honestly, man, Deadpool on par with Endgame.
yeah, that's
for me.
crazy.
On
That is
par with
crazy.
Endgame.
The biggest movie ever.
10 years of leading up, cinematically.
Because Wolverine and Deadpool being on screen is a big thing for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But it's definitely not bigger than fucking Endgame.
Yeah, I don't know about that. That was a cinematic
Moment,
like,
history.
moment in history.
Yeah.
You know, even if you weren't that much of a Marvel
Yeah.
fan, you could appreciate the legacy leading up to that
Exactly.
and just like
It was
how
like an
crazy that was.
exclamation mark on like the most crazy journey paragraph ever.
Yeah. It was a good movie. And
It
I
was.
watched it like 3 times in
Yeah.
cinemas because it was such a good cinema experience. The
I don't-
whole crowd going, blah, blah.
Would you go back and watch Deadpool vs. Wolverine in the movies?
Probably not. I don't think. Well, you know, I liked it a lot. I thought it was the best Marvel movie for a long time, and I think that might be why people think that it's as good as Endgame.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a lull.
Yeah, I think if you were like dedicated hardcore fan to the Marvel franchise and watching every TV show that comes out, every movie, and then in your head you're like, what the fuck is going on with this? Like this thing that I love. There hasn't been a good movie in so long, and then Deadpool comes out and kind of like makes fun of that and becomes like is like the best movie for a long time. You probably would think it is like an Endgame experience, except there's just been a bunch of shit movies.
That's a good point,
up
actually.
to
yeah,
a good
the
movie.
build up is so shit that this exclamation mark has been unreal.
Yeah, the build up is just a bunch of shit movies
Yeah.
for one good movie, and everyone's like, "This is the best thing ever."
Yeah. And they talk about that in the movie, which is really funny. He makes like a joke about it. There's a
Yeah.
lot of really good like fourth wall, bro. I think this movie has the best fourth wall breaking jokes. There's a joke that he attacks Hugh Jackman, the person about, and when that joke happened, I was like, holy fuck, that.
Yeah, there's some really good jokes in it.
like-
and good cameos, like
Good
really
cameos.
good cameos that you would not expect at all.
Yeah.
It's great. It was really good.
I think I'd give it like an 8.3.
Yeah, I'd be pretty confident giving it that as well. Yeah.
Marvel movies in general, I don't think could reach past like 9s.
Yeah.
I don't even think a lot of movies don't get past 9s. There's no hate on Marvel.
Yeah.
But I think this movie is a really good comedy. But then that's the other thing, like so much
I think
shit
like
leading
Infinity
up to it.
War and Endgame are the only ones that would get past like a 9.
I really like Winter Soldier. I think Winter Soldier as just a movie is really fucking good. And I think that's like a 9. The first
bro.
Guardians was like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
That's a 9, I think.
Yeah. But
Iron Man 1, because it was like started it all, is probably a 9.
But ever since like that turning point in history, it's kind of every Marvel movie that's come out, if it's at least a 7, you're like, that was good.
Yeah.
That was good for a Marvel
Every Marvel
movie.
movie is no lower than like a 6.
Yeah.
It's still like watchable.
And it's not, it was a good movie. It was like, it was good for a Marvel movie.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it gets those 9s. Like, holy fuck, Guardians of the Galaxy, I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah.
No, it feels like every movie's like Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, that type of humor and stuff was
Yeah.
massive.
Thor Ragnarok really switched it up too.
Overdone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I really enjoyed it. I think people enjoy it. If you don't really like Deadpool's quippiness, then you're gonna be like, fuck this.
Yeah.
The first like 5 minutes of the movie, I was so in on it. I was like, this is great.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's not gonna happen because they just announced fucking Downey's coming. It's gonna be Doctor Doom. But I'm like, I think they should just chill out on the multiverse stuff. I think just kind of
Oh, dude.
nip it in the bud.
There's no stakes to the multiverse.
Yeah,
this is the
yeah.
problem, you know?
Fuck, Iron Man's dead. Oh, he's back, and now he's Doctor Doom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
oh no, fucking universe number 7839488282 is going to be cease to exist.
That
who's
sucks.
in that one? Oh, Miss Marvel.
yeah.
I actually
Oh,
didn't watch her
all
movie,
the-
so I don't really
Yeah.
fucking care. Oh,
Captain America is a dog man now.
Wait,
it's the dog man universe where they're all dogs.
well, this is wacky.
Yeah.
Anything is possible in the multiverse.
It's like, I like it. I think it's cool.
Oh my god! Hey, wait a
but
minute.
it's oversaturated.
Iron Man has balls on his chin now.
Oh, Bolchinian.
Oh, Bolchinians in this universe? What the hell? Yeah. They call him the Iron Nutsack in this universe? That's wacky.
I think because I keep talking about this sacred timeline, and I'm like, just trim all the other timelines.
Well, we laugh. We have fun here at the Wizard's Tower, don't
We
we?
do.
Well, it's time for you to go.
Yeah,
So
get out.
Thank you for stopping
Watch
by.
out for the troll.
Yeah.
He might give you a really easy riddle that.
It would be weird him asking for riddles to leave the tower. I think that's just even more of a reason we should fire him.
Yeah, that would
he's
be
just
weird.
not doing a
He doesn't
good
let
job at
anyone
all.
leave because they
Yeah.
can't answer the riddle.
There's so many people at that bridge. There's like a homeless camp outside the bridge, outside the
He keeps
tower at the
asking
moment.
riddles and forgetting the answers.
Yeah,
Let us
well.
leave.
Anyway, thank you all for listening. Listen to the next step now.
Please.
if
Or the
you
last
want.
one. If
Or
you
the
missed
last
it.
one.
Go back and listen to all of them again.
We laugh.
Okay.
Bye.
Don't grab your stuff.
And your hat.
You forgot your stuff.
No.
Quick, come back.
No, you grab my.
Stop.